And we are all the way live. What's going on? 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 What's going on, my brothers? It is Thursday. Oh, let me retract that. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. It is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. What's going on? I see you, King J. I see you, brother. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. We are here once again, my brothers. I hope that you guys are doing well. Brother King J, if you can hear me, man, if you can hear me, my brother, go ahead and put one in that chat. I just need to make sure that the sound is working. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the sound is working. Just put one in the chat. If you can hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, we are building. We are building. We are building, my brothers. Yes. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. It's the Christmas season, brothers. It's the Christmas season. We are near. It is close to a brand new year, 2022. 2022. Thank you for that. What's going on, Golden Child? What's going on, M. Johnson? I see you, my brothers. Thank you for that. Thank you for that verification, my guys. Thank you for that verification. Oh, we got to get it in tonight. We got to get it in tonight. You see that, King J? We got to get it in tonight. We got to get it in tonight, brothers. Brothers, we have to talk about happiness. We have to talk about happiness. We got to talk about happy black men. We have to talk about black men's happiness. That's right. I'm giving y'all a new acronym tonight. I'm going to give y'all, Golden Child, what's going on? I'm going to give y'all a new acronym tonight, and that is BMH. BMH. And what does that acronym stand for? BMH stands for Black Men's Happiness. Black Men's Happiness. BMH. I want y'all to put that into your vocabulary, guys. I need y'all to put that into your vocabulary. I need y'all to munch on it. I need y'all to absorb it. I need y'all to ingest it, to digest it. I want you to make it a part of your DNA. BMH. BMH. Black Men's Happiness. That's right. That's right, M. Johnson. That's right. I am Miles. BMH. BMH. Black Men's Happiness. I don't care what anybody tells you guys. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what American culture communicates to all of us. I don't care what the black culture, black society, black community communicates to us, the gynocracy, other men, etc., etc. I don't care what they say about our lives. What we must affirm, what we must stand on, what we must pursue is black men's happiness. Black men's happiness. Black men's happiness. And brothers, I don't know how long I don't plan on being here long tonight. I'm not going to spend up a whole bunch of your time, but I just have to talk about this. I have to talk about this because this is something that we simply, thank you, King J. Thank you, King J. King J says, I'm a black single man and happier than a mofo, buying crypto and building BMH for life. That is it right there. That is it, King J. That is it. That is it. That is it. Brothers, 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 brothers. We only have one life to live. We only have so many years on planet Earth. We only have so much time. The years go by fast, brothers. Days go by. The chapters of our lives, they open and they close, my brothers. They open and they close. The chapters of our lives, they open and they close. And we cannot afford to live this life. We cannot afford to be who we are and not in this life experience happiness, to not experience pleasure, to not experience joy, to not experience fulfillment. We could not afford to live this life and be deprived of happiness, guys. Now, I know, here's the thing, guys. I know that in our black manosphere, we talk about our problems. I know that we talk a lot about our situations with the opposite sex, and I understand that we go through a lot in relationships, marriages, long-term relationships, short-term relationships, child support, alimony, intimate partner violence, all sorts of things. And then apart from that, we deal with stresses in life. We deal with economic stress. We deal with the stress that is imposed upon our bodies. We deal with the totality of living as black men in the United States. We cover all those things in this space right here. But there is one thing, my brothers, there is one thing, my brothers, that we don't talk about enough. One thing that we don't major in, which we need to, and that is black men's happiness. Black men's happiness. And this is why I titled this stream Bars and Cigars. Bars and Cigars. Y'all see this right here? Y'all see this right here? Y'all see this right here, brothers? Y'all see this right here? I just picked this up from the cigar shop. There's a black man. Oh my God. I'm going to have to do a video. I'm going to have to do a video about this, but there was a black man in my city. There is a black man who owns a cigar shop, and his cigar shop is right around the corner from where I live. A black man. He's a baby boomer. And I bought me some cigars tonight. And I bought those cigars after leaving a brewery. I was at a brewery which is not far from where I live. I live in the downtown area. And in my city in North Carolina, we have a whole lot of breweries. And where I live, I can just walk out of my place where I live, and I can just go down the street and I can run into a brewery. and I go into a brewery and there are people there and I can get me all kinds of beers. I can get my stouts. I can get my IPAs. Okay. I can get my brown ales. I can get all sorts of draft beers. And you guys who are familiar with breweries, you know, you go to a brewery and they have the widescreen, they have the 64-inch screen TVs on the wall, and you've got ESPN going on, you got the NFL network playing, you have all sorts of entertainment that's happening, and all spread throughout the bar. You've got people, they're sitting down, they're having fun, they're enjoying their lives. I did that tonight. My brothers. I did that tonight before going live. And I also did that this weekend. I did it this weekend. Those of you guys saw my last video, my most recent video, my most recent short video. My most recent short video that was titled "When Black Men Expand Their Options." Y'all see that video? If you all have not seen my most recent video, it's only 1 minute and 23 seconds. Y'all go back and look at that video. When Black Men Expand Their Options. And in the thumbnail, I've got Lawrence from Insecure, and he's talking to two women. He's standing in front of two women, and the women happen to be Becky's. They're Becky's. He's talking to Becky. And over the weekend, I was in one of the local breweries here in Winston-Salem, downtown, North Carolina, and I happen to have my camera. I brought my camera with me because I'm going to tell you guys, and you know what I do these days? I take my camera with me. Whenever I go out and about, guys, I take my camera with me because you never know. I never know what I'm going to run into. I never know what type of occurrences, what type of interactions between people will present themselves to me, which demand that I document everything. And brothers, I'm going to tell you, I have my camera with me. I wasn't even looking for it. I went to this brewery, and at that brewery, my guys, I saw couple after couple after couple after couple, black men with Becky's. I saw black men with Becky's. Now, in that video, you guys who saw that video, you saw two black men with two Becky's. You saw two black men with two Becky's in that video. But let me tell you something. The night that I went out, I saw more. I saw more than what I encountered in that brewery. I saw at least four couples. I saw at least four couples that entire night. Black men with Becky's. I saw black men with Becky's. Now, let it be clear, my guys, let it be clear that I don't think that there's anything magical. I don't think that there's anything mystical. I don't think that there's anything divine about a black man being with a Becky. I don't think that. Becky is human. Becky is not divine. Becky pisses and she defecates. She got issues just like everybody else. But let me tell you this, my guys. When I looked at those guys were having fun. Those guys were enjoying themselves. Those guys were happy. They were happy, guys. And I looked at that and I was in that scene and I'm like, these guys are happy. and it hit me. I said, oh my God, this is SYSBM. This is SYSBM. What is SYSBM? SYSBM is about black men being happy. That's what SYSBM at the end of the day, at the core of SYSBM, save yourself, black man. At the core of SYSBM is black men's happiness. BMH, black men's happiness. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I did not go to the bars. I did not go to that bar over the weekend looking for what I discovered, looking for what I ran into. I didn't go looking for that. It just fell in my lap. It was just right there. I went to the bar, guys. I went to the brewery. My guys, I was in the brewery because I wanted to have a good time. And that's what I want to get to, my guys. I went to the brewery because I wanted to get out the house. I wanted to put social media down, put my phone down, turn off my computer. I wanted to get out and I wanted to enjoy myself. I wanted to walk. I wanted to interact with other people. I wanted to talk to other people. Thank you, no guarantees. I wanted to go out and talk to the world. I wanted to vibe with the world, man. I wanted to feel like a real full-blown human being. I wanted to enjoy myself, and I wanted to be somewhere where other people were enjoying themselves, other people were having fun, other people were being happy. Thank you, no guarantees. It was about getting out, guys. Get out the house. Do stuff. I know that you guys have heard me. Talking about international travel and all of that, and travel is important, and getting your passport and all that kind of stuff. Those things are necessary for a black man to optimize himself and to be happy. But while you're stateside, you can also be happy. And we can be happy. We can be happy, my brothers, where we are. We can be happy if we get out, if we take advantage of those spaces, if we take advantage of all the resources and opportunities that are at our fingertips that help to facilitate happiness. And I went out and I had my cigars. Thank you, Just John. I had my cigars, and I went to the brewery, and I had my stouts. I drank stouts that night. I had a stout called Dolce Muerte. Dolce Muerte. Dolce Muerte. That's what I had. That was the stout that I had. And here's the point, and I understand, man, Friday. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a Becky. Man, Friday, it doesn't have to be a Becky. It could be anybody who is not in opposition to, or who is not an impediment to your happiness. It doesn't have to be a Becky. She can come from the Caribbean. She could come from Africa. She could be Cuban. She could be Dominican. She could be from Puerto Rico. She could be South Asian. Chinese, Japanese, it doesn't matter. She can be Afro-American, guy. She can be Afro-American. It doesn't matter. The point that I'm trying to make, my guy, is that you need to do everything. We need to do everything that we have to do in order to be happy. Because happiness is important. Our mental well-being is important. The well-being of our bodies is important. Being psychologically sound and fit, oh my God, that is so important. And you don't want to be in situations, and you don't want to be with people who are going to be detrimental. Thank you, Tim Howard. You don't want to be with people who are going to be detrimental. Thank you for that. Yes, Black Men First, BMF. You don't want to be with people who are detrimental to your happiness. A lot of you guys, and you know this, a lot of us have been in relationships, and you might still be in a relationship right now that is an impediment to your happiness. You could be in an abusive relationship. There's so many of us who have dealt with emotional abuse. We've dealt with psychological torture. We've dealt with people who have messed with our minds verbally and through their actions. And we have been scarred and all that kind of stuff. And it's important, my guys, that we find a way beyond that stuff, that we're able to transcend that stuff, that we discover happiness. And what we have to do, brothers, every black man, thank you, Golden Child, every black man must put his finger on what it is that makes him happy. What makes him happy? What brings you joy? What brings you fulfillment? What type of associations give you the sense of ecstasy? What type of experiences give you that sense of joy and exuberance? You got to pursue happiness. I know a lot of guys, thank you, Golden Child, for that. I appreciate that. A lot of you guys are workaholics. You workaholics. You know, and here in our space, we have a lot of guys who are always talking about work, and working, 40 hours a week, working 60 hours a week, working 70 hours a week. We're always working, driven by a Protestant ethic, and that's a good thing. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to work. You have to put the food on your table. You have to put clothes on your back. You have to take care of the bills. Yes, it's a priority. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to work, my guys. But you can't allow your life, you can't allow your entire existence to be consumed primarily and exclusively by work. Your existence has to include more than work. Your existence must include some leisure. Your existence must include some downtime, some you time, pleasure time. Your existence must include moments and spaces for you to be happy. You got to be happy, my guys. And that's why I call it bars and cigars, man. We're men here. And not everybody is a bar guy. I'm a bar guy. You see the cigar right here. I'm a cigar guy. Okay, I like cigars. I try to drink. I try not to smoke too much, but I like cigars. And I love going to a big brewery where there are lots of people, and I just love sitting down and just having my draft, my tall, what have you, and people are just talking and everything, and I just stretch back in my seat, man, and I just sip and whatever, man, and I enjoy myself. I love it, and I'm not stressed. That's the main thing. You don't want to have the stress. You got to get the stress outside of your life. And black men need to focus on this because our mindsets, our well-being depends upon happiness. Because this life is too short and there's so much to be seen, so much to be experienced, so many things that we have to take advantage of in the time that we have here, my guys. And that's why when we talk about like relationships, one of the things that's clear, one of the things that is clear is that the relationship problems that we discuss in the manosphere, the intimate relationship problems, which are very, very real, those problems in those relationships subtract from our ability to be happy. And what happens, my guys, is that many of us coming up and growing in the gynocracy, many of us coming up and growing up in a gynocracy, many of us have been so socialized into believing that we're not supposed to be happy. Black men have been conditioned to believe that the happiness of other people, y'all hear me now? Black men have been socialized to believe that the happiness of other people should supersede the happiness of black men. That you should put somebody else's happiness above your happiness. That's how we're socialized. We are socialized to put the happiness. We are socialized to put the happiness of our mothers above our own happiness. We are socialized to put the happiness of our sisters above our own happiness. If you like this stream, guys, you all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, hit the Cash App, $ BMI 3000, Cash App, $ BMI 3000, PayPal, Ronald B. Neal. If you like this stream and you want to donate and contribute to it, hit the super chat, hit the super chat, hit the super sticker, do super something. If you like the stream, share. We've been socialized to put the happiness of our aunts above our own happiness. We've been taught to put the happiness of our sisters above our own happiness. We've been taught to put the happiness of our grandmothers above our own happiness. We've been taught to put the happiness of the overall Black community above our happiness. That is, Black men have been taught to be servants, to be slaves. Black men have been socialized to not affirm, to not exercise the pursuit of happiness. That is the pursuit of happiness that deals primarily with you as a Black man. the pursuit of happiness that touches you as an individual black man, not the pursuit of happiness that is intended to be impactful exclusively for other people. Thank you, BGS. More exclusively. And what you got to realize, my guys, here we are in the 21st century. We got to focus on happiness because the reality is that no one, y'all, I want y'all to get this, guys, that nobody is putting our happiness above their happiness. We talk about the gynocracy. The gynocracy is not putting the happiness of black men at the top. The gynocracy is not sacrificing its need to be happy for the sake of black men's happiness. Your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your auntie, your grandmother, your female cousin, none of these people are putting your happiness above their happiness. The gynocracy, the sisterhood has made it clear. The sisterhood has made it clear that it is intent on putting its happiness, its pursuit of happiness, way above the happiness of black men. And so what this means, brothers, this means that we have to operate in a different mode. We who talk about black men's independence, we talk about black men's agency. Thank you, man, Friday. Thank you, man, Friday. We talk about black men's empowerment. All of that stuff is connected. All of that stuff is connected to BMH. BMH. That is the new acronym, guys. The new acronym is BMH. Black men's happiness. And I tell you guys, you see, bars and cigars. And when I go to the bar, when I go to the bar, I look around, I see what's around me, and I have fun. I look at everybody. But when I go to the bar, I'm gonna tell you guys, I get caught up in my own zone. I get caught up in my own zone. When I'm at the brewery, especially after I got my brew, after I got my draft, I might step outside and I might have one of these. You can't smoke inside, but I might fire up one of these right here. I'll fire it up. I just stop and I have my drink. And I'm stretched out. It's been a long day. The weekend is here or whatever. And I'm enjoying myself. And what you have to do as a black man is you got to put your finger on what it is that makes you happy, what gives you pleasure. BMH. And here's the thing, my guys, the older that you get, I want you young guys to get this. The older that you get, I'm close to 50. I'm 48 years old. I'll be 50 in 2 years. The older that you get as a black man, the higher the significance of black men's happiness, BMH, becomes the older that you get. Because the older that you get, so you have accumulated wisdom from life, you have had all kinds of experiences, and when you reach a certain kind of age, you come to the conclusion that you are not going to move in the way in which you did when you were at an earlier stage. That you're not going to waste a lot of time. You're not going to waste a lot of time. I don't want to waste a lot of time. And I'm going to tell y'all personally, since we talk about relationships, I don't want to waste a lot of time on foolishness. I don't want to waste a lot of time on BFF. I don't want to waste a lot of time with manipulative and predatory people. I don't want to waste a lot of time with people, women who got a whole bunch of baggage. I don't want to waste a lot of time with people who have an overinflated sense of value. I don't want to waste a lot of time with people who have not worked on themselves. I don't want to waste a lot of time on people who have a negative view, opinion, and understanding of black men. I don't want to waste my time on those people, because to the extent that I do waste my time on them, I subtract, I take away from my own sense of happiness. I've been getting a lot of hey, big head calls. I've been getting a lot of hey, big head calls lately. Hey, big head calls from ex-girlfriends. I've had ex-girlfriends contact me. They send me text messages, and the ex-girlfriends will call me. And I know what the ex-girlfriends want. I know what the text messages are all about. The hey, big head. You know, Kevin be talking about that stuff. There's a reason why we are ex. There's a reason why we ain't dealing with each other. But they want to jumpstart stuff. They want to recalibrate. They want to reset the clock and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no. It didn't work. It didn't work before in the past. It didn't work in the past. And it's not going to work now. I had high levels of tolerance for you 6 years ago. I had high levels of tolerance for you 8 years ago, even 10 years ago. But right now, I don't have any tolerance for that stuff. I don't have any tolerance for any of that. I don't have any tolerance for that because I am intent on being happy. And you got to think about it, guys. I want you to think about Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant. Do you know what Iyanla Vanzant used to before she left Oprah Enterprises, before she left the Oprah Network, the old network, the OWN network, years ago, Iyanla Vanzant, she would tell black men, Iyanla Vanzant, whenever she would try to counsel black men in relationship to their intimacies with other black women, Iyanla Vanzant would tell black men that they need to rest that they need to get into the ring, that they need to get into the mud with these women who got all type of issues, all type of baggage, stuff that go back to childhood, all kind of trauma, all kind of stuff. Iyanla Vanzant would tell young black men and middle-aged black men that you have some obligation, some duty to be some type of therapist and some type of wounded healer when it comes down to some of these broken members of the sisterhood. And she was giving them bad advice because she was telling them to engage in something that would be detrimental to BMH, black men's happiness. Detrimental, fundamentally harmful. At the age of 48, guys, I don't have time to be dealing with a woman that got a whole bunch of baggage that she ain't worked through. I ain't got time for that, guy. At the age of 48, if she done been traumatized by her daddy and her brothers and all that kind of stuff, and she hasn't dealt with that kind of stuff, she ain't got it with it. I ain't got time for that, brothers. At the age of 48, even going into 50. Who got time for that? We talk about these baby mothers and all this kind of stuff. I ain't got time. I run into, man, I run these women, man, they look good. She look good, but she got, 3 kids. She got 4 kids or whatever. She might be significantly older than her. I'm sorry. She might be significantly younger than me. Not older than me, but significantly younger than me. She's still attractive, but she got multiple kids. I don't have any kids. I ain't never been married. And dealing with her means that you got to negotiate all these kids, these personalities. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that, man. I done been there. I done done that. I done had enough baby mamas. I done dated a lot of baby mamas in my adult life. A lot of them. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to be dealing with no baby mamas no more, really. I'm to be honest with you. Unless the children are grown and out of the house or something like that. But you got 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 12-year-olds and all that kind of stuff. Oh, even some teenagers. I don't want to deal with that stuff, man. I don't care if she look good. You got women out here who look good who got kids. They look good. They take care of themselves, or they're just genetically gifted and all that kind of stuff. But you who got me dealing with that stuff, man? You got to negotiate all that. This is how she managed her life. I manage my life in a different kind of way. But what's the point, guys? The point is that you have to put your self-interest, you have to put the things that you like and desire and want, the things that fulfill you. You got to put those things above everything else. Dollar Will says that you'll be even less patient once you near 60. I hear you. I hear you. Who got time for that kind of stuff, guys? Who got time? Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe. But what is the point? What is the point? The point is that we don't talk enough about happiness in these spaces. We don't talk enough about black men and the pursuit of happiness. The women, they always, every time you look around, they always talking about what they deserve. They always talking about what makes them happy and all that kind of stuff. They always doing that. And good for them. Good for them. But we have to have this conversation amongst ourselves. I love being able to get out. I love getting out and interacting with people and talking to strangers and stuff like that. I enjoy it. And even now, as I getting older, it's like I'm doing more and more of that. Just talking to people, just getting out and having conversations, man. Out and about. Doesn't matter where you are. Not being cooped up, not being confined to the house. And that's the big thing. I don't want you guys. I know we live in this social media saturated world. We live in the world where people are glued to their phones, and we live in the world where people are sitting in front of TVs, sitting in front of TVs, and they're watching Netflix, they're watching Amazon, or they're watching Hulu. People are watching all this kind of stuff. You know, guys, there are people who never leave their houses. There are people who never leave their apartments. They never leave their condos. They don't get out into the world. They're not dealing with the world. And, you know, I don't necessarily knock all that, but I'm saying, guys, happiness is out there. In order to get that happiness is out there, you have to step out there in order to actualize, in order to experience happiness. You got to get out there. You can't be happy. I don't think so. I'm not convinced that you can be happy if you are a hermit. I'm not convinced that you can just be happy and not engage the world. Get out the house. Experience things, engage life. That's why we talk about travel and all the sorts of things. It's Wednesday night. Here's the thing, guys. This is the holiday season. We are in the holiday season. And I want to get this, I really want to get this across to you guys as we go into Christmas. Christmas is right around the corner. And we're in a holiday. We just left Thanksgiving. We just left Thanksgiving. We have New Year's that's coming up, okay? We've got 2022, January, February, a whole brand new year, guys. And listen, I want y'all to listen to me closely, guys. I want y'all to listen to me closely. Because this is a very difficult time of year for a lot of people. You all know this. This is a very difficult time for a lot of people. This season, a lot of people are disconnected from their families right about now. They're far removed from their relatives. They live in different states. They live in different countries. They're far away from home. And hell, you got people who live in the same city as their relatives, their close acquaintances, and they are distant from them. They are not with them during this season. There is a lot of loneliness out there, guys. A lot of loneliness. There is a lot of depression. You had Thanksgiving. You got Christmas. Some people have lost their parents. They lost their mother. They lost their father. They lost their grandmother. They lost their grandfather. They lost somebody who was close to them. And these people are no longer here. And you were used to sharing the holidays with them. You were used to sharing Thanksgiving with them, used to sharing Christmas with them, used to sharing New Year's with them, especially New Year's Eve, and the people are not here anymore. This is a time where people are depressed. They become depressed. People have thoughts of suicide. It is something that happens at this particular time of year. And this year can be this season, this time of year can be very overwhelming for a lot of people. And if you are one of these people who is disconnected, if you are a person who is not as close to, or you are alienated from your family or what have you, it's very important in order to maintain your well-being and sanity and all these things. It is very, very important that you maximize your pursuit of those things that make you happy. My mother, she passed away back in 2017, my mother. And up until the time that my mother passed away, I would spend Christmas with her. I spent Christmas with her. Sometimes I would spend New Year's also with her up until the time that she passed away. And then when she passed away, I had to figure something else out, do something different. I had to deal with that. What am I going to do with Christmas? What am I going to do with New Year's? That sort of thing. And I made a commitment that during the holidays, I would do those things that make me happy. And that's what we have to do, guys, especially at this particular time of year. Focus on happiness. BMH, Black Men's Happiness. If you like to go to comedy shows, go to the comedy shows. Find out what the comedy shows are. Go to the comedy shows. Go to the concerts that are available. Open air concerts, indoor concerts. If you have favorite types of foods that you like to eat, go to the restaurants that serve your favorite foods and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. You like your cigars, get your favorite cigars or get the cigars that you like. Fire them suckers up and have your good time. A lot of black men are depressed. A lot of black men have lots of stress in their lives. There are black men who are dying. We have a short lifespan. Black men have short lifespans. Black men have the shortest lifespans among every population in the United States. We have the shortest lifespans, guys. A lot of us don't make it past 65. A lot of us do not make it past the age of 65. We saw the death of DMX. We saw the death of the rapper, the hip hop rapper DMX. He died this year, 50 years old. We saw the death of the actor Michael K. Williams. Michael K. Williams, we saw him die, 50 years old. We seen people die, that they die young. And they died in relationship to drug-connected, it was drug-connected, drug-related deaths, overdoses and stuff like that. We saw that. This is why we have to deal with black men being happy. That's right, Dollar Will. You know, Chadwick Boseman, he died young. You can create a list of a lot of black men who died before their time, or who died too young. All kinds of conditions. Stuff that you can control, stuff that you can't control. You can't control cancer. You can't control cancer. Addiction, I don't know. Addiction is it's a hard thing, man. I don't want to be insensitive to anybody with an addiction. But the point is that black men get out of here young. We check out, we punch out young. And a lot of us punch out well before we experience real and true happiness. We exit. And that's why I'm preaching this tonight, guys. That's why I'm preaching this. I'm talking to you guys, but I'm talking to myself as well. I want y'all to get this. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm talking to myself as well. Because being happy is important. BMH, black men's happiness, is important. And you have to do whatever it is that is necessary to be a happy black man. Because there's a lot of stuff that's out here, that is very depressing. There's a lot of stuff that's out here that's taxing to the soul. Stuff that we deal with as black men. And one way to combat all that stuff is to take our happiness as black men serious. Or seriously. You're right. That's why I said connect with other people. Get out there, talk to people. Engage the world. Be connected. It doesn't matter who they are. Find you kindred spirits. Find you people who are like-minded. That's what you do. That's what it means to pursue happiness. If you're into fitness, maximize fitness. I like to exercise and work out. I run 45 times a week. I'm a runner. I love running. Exercise, that makes me happy. Exercise makes me happy, guys. That's what makes me happy. I love my music. All kinds of music. Listen to all kinds of music. Listen, that's what makes me happy. Pursue your happiness. That's right. That's right, Dollar Will. Build your tribe. Build your tribe. And that's the beautiful thing about technology. Even though technology can have you in the house sometimes, but the beautiful thing about technology is that it enables all of us to be connected at some level or another. At some level or another, technology enables us to communicate in ways that prior generations couldn't even imagine. I'm happy, guys. I am happy. There's something about your life, and you need to put your finger on it. There's something about your life that you're happy about. What is it about your life that you're happy about? Put your finger on it and celebrate it. You're happy. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm happy. I'm happy because, guys, I'm almost 50. I am almost 50, guys, and I've had a long and arduous struggle in life. I came from the bottom. I came from the bottom. I came from the bottom, and I didn't know that I would be where I am today. I had no clue. No clue. I had no roadmap. I had no blueprint for where I landed, for what I am right now. I had no blueprint. I can't even imagine what's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years if I have that much time left. I can't even imagine what's in front of me right now. But here's the thing, I'm happy. I am happy. I have my moments sometimes when I get down. I have my moments sometimes when a little bit of depression kicks in. But when those moments kick in, I got to pinch myself. I got to pinch myself. I gotta pinch myself and look at my overall life and say, you know what? There are parts of my life that are far better and supersede this little bout of sadness or this little bout of depression that I'm going through. That's right. Young man, just BMH, Black Men's Happiness. And I want y'all to keep this stuff in mind. Because again, like I said, we don't talk about this enough in this sphere. We don't. You are constantly being told. There are people out there who are constantly telling you what you're supposed to be doing for other people. You're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be this utility. You are supposed to serve this person. You're supposed to serve this group. You're supposed to be, a butler. If you let the sisterhood tell you, if you just listen to the sisterhood wants you to be a butler, wants you to be a servant. And that has absolutely nothing to do with you being happy. And some of you guys are single, you're by yourself. I'm single, you don't have any kids or what have you. And you have people who will try to convince you that somehow or another, that because you're by yourself or whatever, that you live a deficit life. I don't have no one lives here where I am. It's just me. When I leave my office from work, I come home and it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me. And I love it. At one time, I thought, and I tell you guys, at one time, guys, I thought I would be married. I thought I'd be married. I thought I'd be a father. I thought I'd have a nice family and all that kind of stuff. At one time, I thought that. And I associated all those things with happiness. But you and I know that we simply, if you are my age, you're old enough to understand that the world didn't make it easy for some of us to go down that road. And I saw divorces, and I saw guys go through child support, and I dealt with fickle women who were, in and out and all that kind of stuff. Long-term relationships and short-term relationships and everything. And you deal with BFF. And I said, I'm not going to get married to no BFF. I'm not going to get married to the prospect of being divorced. I'm not going to get married with the possibility that one day I'm going to be paying child support. And this is not to throw off, or to belittle any of you guys who are on child support or alimony or anything like that. But I had no incentive to get married, guys. I had no incentive. I was counting the cost. Even before the manosphere, before the Black manosphere, and before we had all these conversations, before we've had all these conversations about BFF, before we had these conversations, I'm talking about the early 2000s. I'm talking about the early 2000s. I'm talking about the 1990s, the mid 1990s, the late 1990s. I had to deal with all that stuff. And here I am, a bachelor. I'm a bachelor. A bachelor. Get the likes up, guys. Y'all share, y'all like, y'all subscribe. Cash App, $ BMI 3000. Cash App, $ BMI 3000. PayPal, Ronald B. Neal. Hit the Cash App if you like the stream. But here I am as a bachelor. I'm a bachelor at the age of 48, and I am a happy bachelor. It will be beautiful, my guys. It would be beautiful to meet a beautiful woman who's cooperative. It would be wonderful, my guys, to connect with a woman who is on the same page. She's on the same page. It'll be wonderful. And who knows, that might happen. It might happen next week. It might happen 6 months from now. It might happen 2 years from now. It might happen 5 years. It might happen. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm not sitting here waiting for the prospect of a long-term relationship to ensure that I experience happiness in this life. With or without a significant other, I am going to be happy. And that's where I want you guys to be. Whether you are in a relationship or not, be happy. Pursue happiness. That's it. Listen, guys, I just wanted to come on here and just talk freely with you guys. I wanted to talk freely with you guys about BMH. This is the new acronym, BMH. Y'all get the likes up, get the likes up. Thank you, Tim Howard. Thank you, Tim Howard. Get the likes up, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna get some wrenches. I need you, Tim. I'm gonna need you to be. I'm gonna give you a wrench, man. I want you to be a moderator. I'm telling you right here. And I'm gonna get some other wrenches out there too. I want you guys to be happy as we are in this holiday season. We've got Christmas, we got New Year's, we got 2022, guys. Let's make it a mandate to maximize the happiness of Black men. Push it. Encourage other Black men to pursue that which makes them happy. Well, guys, I'm gonna light up my cigar. I'm gonna call it a night. But I want you guys to be happy. Thank you, my guys, for tuning in. Thank you, guys, for supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to more from me. And, you know, this year is almost over with. We're going into a new year. Make it a priority to be happy, guys. Be happy. Pursue happiness. BMH. You guys, y'all take care. And I'll see you next time around. Peace out.